we got to figure out how those powers are going to be allocated. I don't think the emphasis should be so much on who actually holds the gavel up there at the dais, but rather how do we share the power in a way that's going to be equitable based on the numbers of delegates we have in the chamber.
All right, that's all I got.
Great. Next question is for Dwayne Yancey from the Roanoke Times.
Hi there. You refer to this as 50-50, but I wonder if it's really 50-49. I know you're focused on the lawsuit there in the 28th, but the Constitution spells out a process to contest an election. I'm wondering why you don't go that route, and under a contest, is the delegate being contested seated? If not, then it's 50-49 with a contest pending. Can you talk about that?
Well, I can say that there are a lot of different scenarios that people have played out over the last few weeks, and you are well aware that there is a provision in the Virginia Code that allows for a contested election to come right to the floor of the House of Delegates. I don't remember that. Well, I've never seen it happen. I've heard about it in the past, but that would be something that would be very unprecedented. And that is separate, of course, from Josh's, well, it's not Josh's lawsuit, it's the voters' lawsuit in the 28th as to disenfranchisement. So there are possibilities and there are scenarios where you could see a 50-49 split on January 10th. I think Republicans and Democrats ought to be able to anticipate how that could be very harmful to the institution if these races are not resolved, to have a big floor fight on the first day in terms of how you divide power. So we're going to try to, I hope, get together, figure that out. Then we can figure out what happens with Josh's race, because that is a lawsuit brought by voters who've been disenfranchised. And far be it from us, the party of voter enfranchisement, to disenfranchise voters. We're not about that. We think that every vote should be counted, and that's why we've been very supportive of that lawsuit in the 28th.
Great. Next question is for John Adams. In the Progress Index. Are you on?
Yes, I'm right here.
Go right ahead. We hear you.
Awesome. My question is for, I guess, Mr. Toscano, or someone else thinks they can answer it better. I'm kind of going on what you were just asked. Have you been in contact with your Republican counterparts yet? And do you have kind of any ideas in your head about what kind of agreement this might be?
Well, I have talked to several of my Republican colleagues since the results of this afternoon, and I've had some preliminary discussions even before that with some of my Republican colleagues. I think in the next several days, I think there'll be many more discussions, and I think that we'll probably have a group of folks who will sit down and say, well, how do we want this really to operate at 50-50? And we'll probably put in some potential for a 51-49 situation, or even a 52-48 situation, because there's a lot that can happen over the next few years. You could have special elections. There's still a redistricting lawsuit out there as well. So you've got to try to anticipate all kinds of things that could happen as you put together the rules for how you're going to run the next session.
Awesome, thank you.
Great. I think the next question is for Shelley. Is Joan Walsh on the phone?